Does race somehow make you superior? If you're black, does that mean that you're somehow able to jump and dance better than a white man? If you're a white, does that mean that you are somehow more intelligent than a black man? I say fucking bullshit on both accounts. I'm going to tell you right now. Race doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't fucking care. Really, all race is an evolutionary divide that happens whenever people adjust to an environment. It's only been within the past couple thousand years that we've really begun to intermingle with other races, and especially within the past 100 years. Have you seen black people and white people hanging out together saying, hey, what's up, all that other happy shit? And I'm going to explain a bunch of shit today that's either going to blow your mind, piss you off, or make you leave the channel before the video is even over. Now, I don't believe that race is the main factor for whether or not you're superior or inferior. I believe it is the place you were born in. And here's my example. I am Asian. If you ask me my nationality, I will tell you that I'm American. And a lot of the times, just for shits and giggles, if you ask me my race, I'm going to tell you American just to see your reaction. And I always do it in a serious voice. What's your race? American. Okay. Now, that being said, let me use another country as an example. In Japan, Koreans have relatively low test scores. And I'm not talking about first-generation Koreans. I mean, guys who were born in Korea, spent all their life in Korea, and then just suddenly come over to Japan. I'm talking about the guys, the Koreans, that probably don't even speak Korean. Like, you get a lot of Latinos and Hispanics. Really, I don't understand it. I still can't tell the difference. Come into America, and by the second generation, you get a lot of them that can't speak Spanish. Ugh. I'm talking about those individuals, those Koreans. Those are the ones getting the low test scores in Japan. They also tend to live in poor neighborhoods. They also tend to act like ruffians and, you know, your general gang members. Yes, Japan has fucking gangs. Don't believe me? Google it. Watch an anime. Durara, which is an excellent fucking anime, talks all about gangs in Japan. And they're quite common in the big cities. Shibuya. I actually used to live in Japan. My dad was a sailor with the U.S. Navy. Anyways, that being said, that is my example that I'm going to use. I'm going to use another example. People say that black people are inferior. Oh my god, you'll never see a black guy come up with something wonderful and intelligent. Well, you see, in World War I, the thing you call a gas mask that is still used to this day was developed by a black man. Air conditioners, black men. Yeah, air conditioners. So you fucking racist pigs who said nothing good ever came from a black man, while you're in your goddamn trailer, sweating your balls off, and the only thing to keep you cool is your goddamn air conditioner? Yeah, thank the black man. Banjos? Oh yeah, Mr. Racist, strumming on your banjo. Black man. Peanut butter. And about 200 or 300 other objects made from yams and peanuts. George Washington Carver, a black man. I'm not even going to get started on his fucking shit and all the wonderful things that he's done. It's the environment someone's grown into. Now, you see so many black people these days who believe that because they are black, they need to listen to hip-hop, they need to sag their fucking pants to the ground, they need to act like jackasses and be cocky little fucks. Because society tells them they have to. That's the norm. To be ghetto and cool. Whereas my friend Bonet, I swear to God, this guy's a fucking genius. And this guy is black to the point where if you were walking around with him at night, you couldn't see him unless he smiles. I swear to God, this guy's a fucking genius. And he is more stereotypically white than Barack Obama. Oh yeah, another thing, Barack Obama, a fucker who had everything handed to him on a fucking silver spoon. How ghetto is he? That guy is more stereotypically white than any white person I'd ever met. The only thing black about him is his wife. Where was he raised? Wasn't the hood, even though he was raised in Chicago or Hawaii, wherever the fuck. He acts like a white guy. You honestly think that if he was acting your stereotypical black, if he walked up to the podium with his pants sagging, "What's up, niggas," he would have got voted in? No. Okay, I pretty much use black and white as the examples here. You also get a lot of poor white people who act like barbarians and rape and pillage just as much. But the reason why you see such a big divide within black people doing it is because there are so many more black people in these congested fucking hoods, which are the product of white shit. You see, a lot of the racism from white people back in the day caused black people to want to hang out with other black people because they felt safe that way. And so shit evolved from that. A whole subculture divided from that. And the feeling of, I'm secure around people like me, is still there. I would like to find the person who decided to first call himself an African American and punch him in the fucking throat. This whole blank American thing really brings about more of a divide among us. And so, that's how a lot of racial tensions and shit get started. I believe at this point the NAACP is invalid and doesn't need to exist anymore. Shit. Because as you see, the way the laws are wrote up, because you have, well, a lot of white people who look at black people like, oh, look at them, they're so inferior. We need to make laws that give these people special treatment. Yeah, I went there. Racist white people who have that kind of mindset. What it does is it killed white privilege, which I'm actually okay with, but it gave minority privilege, which is not okay by me. I believe that if you want the country to thrive, you set the grounds flat. Entirely. Entirely. No divide between race, no divide between gender. In fact, I don't think race and gender should be asked on any job application. Just your phone number, your name, and your qualifications. Not your age either. Show them an ID when you get in there. But too many people want to divide themselves. And that's where a lot of these problems come in. I don't give two shits and a fuck what you think you are because of your color of your skin. Your race doesn't matter for shit to me. It doesn't. I don't give two shits and a fuck. And nor should anyone else. And if you watch this video because you do like your race, you're proud to be your race, you're a fucking piece of shit. Let me give you an example why. I'm proud to be white. A lot of people call that person racist. Let me give you another example why. I'm proud to be black. I like being black. No one assumes anything. I'm African American. You need punched in the throat because you're bringing on the divide. I'm Asian American. Punch you in the fucking throat. I'm Hispanic American, Mexican American, Filipino American. I'm Filipino by blood, but I'm American at heart, and I'm a fucking citizen, and that's how everyone should fucking behave. Anyways, I'm done with my psycho ramble. I hope you liked the video, and if you did and you managed to stay on this long listening to me rant and ramble about how white privilege doesn't actually exist anymore, and how the racist, no race is superior to another one, okay. I'd like to thank you first and foremost, and I'm sorry you're not going to get this 9 minutes and 30 seconds back of your life, but if you like the video, subscribe. If you dislike the video, tell me why. Have a nice day.